Hello, Texas. We are back at it again, slaying on your Saturday, talking all of our favorite things, right? Women in business, female entrepreneurs, and just back with another amazing lineup as we get into your spring. Good morning, Wendy Morales, Michelle Hammonds. How's it going today, ladies?
Good morning.
Hello, Texas. We're so excited to be here with you again on this beautiful Saturday. And ladies, let's talk about stepping out of our comfort zones. I know we're going into the second quarter of the year and businesses are deciding to take bigger steps. And sometimes it's not easy. And for many, you have to push yourself. I know that has absolutely been a part of my journey.
Yeah.
How do you handle stepping outside of your comfort zone?
Michelle, I'd love to take that question a little further. And I'd like to ask, how do you help push your team and employees to step outside of their comfort zone as well? But not only you ladies, but also your team.
Well, I guess to answer the first question, just pushing yourself, into a new space. I think that is what growing is all about. If you're very comfortable with where you are, that means really you're not allowing yourself the opportunity for growth, because when you are staying where you are, everything's safe, everything's easy. It's like you're on third base, but you're not moving because you're safe, right? But we got to hit that home run, okay? And if you heard me on the podcast, you know we talk sports. I'm the Beauty Life Coach Exposed. If you're gonna bet on anything out there, bet on you, okay? And have the confidence. All you got to do is get the education and the information and talk to the people that can help you, because there's always people that have been a little farther down the road that you can turn to for inspiration, motivation, and just advice. Michelle, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely. I love all your sports analogies. Y'all about to hear more sports analogies from Natalie, okay? That's a part of her upbringing, and I just can't wait for you to share a little bit more about that. But I just love what you're saying. I think that that's a coined phrase that we should say more, that the greatest lessons that we go through are the greatest blessings that we get to walk in. And I think going into that next season, leveling up, it's so important to not hold so tight to the things we've known, but literally release, allow yourself to learn, give yourself grace, and release others to walk in their blessing as well. Like when you're comfortable, you're not growing. You're at third base, but you want to hit the home run. You just make sure everyone's like on the same vision, understanding where we're going, and is ready to do the work. Because when you do the work, you're going to see that breakthrough and blessing.
Well, I'd like to say, I think, that's where we always talk about, failing, and success comes with failure as well. So if you fail, then I believe in a business, you just move on to option B, plan B. You keep moving and you keep shifting and you keep finding, if one door closes, if that didn't work out, you move on to the next. And you don't just stop there, and failures just make you, I saw a quote, or I saw the other day, and it said, most people think success is just going straight up, but in reality, success looks like this, like a so, that's what I think. I think, you have plan B, you have plan C, and you just keep moving and moving until you find what's going to work for you for that growth.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to add to that. I'm reading this book called Leadership by John Maxwell. Everyone needs to read it. It's like shifting the way I lead my team and my business. And one of the things that he said is that the greatest leaders and the greatest business owners, they have vision and they plan for success, but they prepare for failure. Listen, that's the one thing we all have in common, people. That's the one thing that unites us. We've all tried and failed, but the people who succeed are the ones who keep going
and never give up.
Never give up. Never give up. Oh my gosh, do you want to say anything about that?
I do. I just want to add that you have to recognize if you're in a dip or if you're in a cul-de-sac, because there are times where you need to pivot and not keep knocking on the brick wall that's not falling down. So that would be the only thing, is recognizing if it's a dip, which you can push through and get to the other side and it's worth it, or is this a cul-de-sac where you're going around the mountaintop and you need to reevaluate your situation. So that's what I'd add there, ladies.
That is amazing. And oh my goodness, we are already diving into such incredible, great conversation right here with so many wonderful ladies that are even coming up next. We cannot wait to dive deeper and introduce you to our fabulous guest.
That's right. And up next, I'm excited. The conversation continues. We have Shayla Atkins, who is a mindset coach. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's so much more. She's sharing on how we can change lives and get paid to do so. So if you are a solopreneur, but you're ready to be like CEO status, like have team, lead people, not do all the things, she is for you. And later we talk with a friend of the show, Ruby Hernandez, about all things brows. And ladies, yes, I think it's fair to say we are all slaying in the brow department. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Brooke Stubbs. I'm so excited to be back here on the Connect TV network to remind you that building a good foundation of nutrition is going to be the way to expand you into all your boss babe potential. Remember, experts agree that getting a variety of plant foods in your diet is going to help not only improve your mood, reduce your chronic disease risk, but it's going to help you live a longer, fuller, more energetic life. To help you keep track of the variety of plant foods that are in your diet, I've developed an app. It's called the Rooted Food mobile app. Simply search Rooted Food in the App Store to find it and download it today. First 2 weeks are free, and then it's just $4.99 after that. Once you get that vibrant, light feeling from a good source of nutrition, you are going to expand into all of your potential.
Motivational and inspirational daily quotes are useful for everyone. They provide wisdom and knowledge, and they inspire us to move forward. Quotes appeal to your subconscious, and they help you own your power. Keep your thoughts positive daily with the book, Harvesting Your Thoughts, Emotions, and Actions. Available only on Amazon.
Hey, beautiful people, it's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Well, welcome back, Texas. So our next guest is Shayla Atkins. She is a certified business and life strategist. So everybody just sit down because we all need some tips on life. We need tips on strategies, especially with an expert. She's also an author and a speaker and a mindset coach. Please help me welcome to the show, Miss Shayla Atkins. Hey.
Hey, Shayla, we are so excited to have you on the show. You are looking so beautiful, and I know that you're going to bring so much to help our audience and really help us, because you are all about uplifting women and believing that women can change lives and secure the bag. All right. Tell us what that means to you.
So first and foremost, thank you so much for having me on. And you're exactly right. I am all about uplifting women. I believe we do not have to choose. So as a business and life strategist, I am an advocate, and I instill in my clients that you can grow a thriving business and like you can make money while doing it. And there's no shame in that.
I love that, Shayla. And you're also really big on shedding layers and unleashing your authentic self. Can you give us some tips on how we can start that process?
Oh, I love that question. And so a little bit of background. So I tag myself as like a corporate entrepreneur. So some of the tips that I would like to share in shedding layers. And one, the very first one is I had to do some deep work and strip myself. And not that kind of strip. I had to strip all the titles. I had to strip the wife, the mom, the corporate exec, the sister. Like, who am I when I strip all those titles away? And the second tip, I practice this regularly, is I purge who I follow on social media. You may follow a lot of people on social media, but who do you listen to on social media? That's different. So those are just a couple tips that I did. I had to shed layers so that one, I can show up I can operate at peak performance. I can level up, and I know exactly who I am, and I can stay in my lane.
Wow. I just love, I mean, just drop the mic and just drop the mic,
That's
because
right.
that is so, all of those points are so valid. You know, just like they say, yesterday's price isn't today's price. Yesterday's Natalie ain't today's Natalie. Tomorrow you might get something else. I'm sorry, because we grow. Right? That's what we do around here. We grow, we go. So let's talk business growth, but in a smart and sustainable way. And I was telling the ladies, I think last week or the week before, that sustainability is the 2022, word of the year, because so many people have hustled their way to get to where they are now, but it might not be sustainable. You might not have that energy in 5 years to do it like this. So you got to figure out what is going to allow you to build and grow without wearing you out, making you sick, exhausting your body, your time, all those things. Break this down for us. How do we work smart and sustainable? What are some shifts we can make?
Absolutely. And I 100% agree, Natalie. So, first, here's my stance. I do not subscribe to the hustle culture. And here's the thing, I do not knock anyone who hustles. Sometimes you do what you have to do, especially when you're first getting started. I believe in having a strategic business and life plan. I curate my life. When you first started, you are a solopreneur. You're wearing all 22 hats, right? But
Yeah.
how can we put a strategic plan in place,
Mhm.
unleash that authenticity, right? Let's shed those layers. Let's get true to
Mhm.
who we are and put the fundamentals and foundation in place.
That's so good. And it's clear that coaching and leadership is right up your alley. It's what you're meant to do. You have so many different programs that people can sign up for and just join with you. So, talk a little bit about how we can sign up. What are the programs in particular that are available for us now, to go ahead and be led by you and just kind of learn how to do all of the things that you're sharing with us to glow up?
Yes, absolutely. So, first and foremost, the Impact and Profit Society enrollment is open. Take you through the levels. You come in through Impact and Profit Society, and we will take you through your journey for you.
Mm.
I'm writing a book that's coming out on how to lead authentically and lead in your business and in your career. Click on my website. And to join the Impact and Profit Society, we can hop on the phone call, see what makes sense, or follow me on Instagram at Coach Shayla Speaks.
Oh my
I
goodness,
kind of
Shayla, we are just so blown away. Girl, you got it all done. You get in the bag. You're teaching people how to get the bag, not
Yeah.
carry the baggage, and move forward.
So good. Congratulations to you and just all of the things, the way you're leading women. It is needed, it is important, and you definitely have the leadership skills and education to do that. So best wishes to you, Shayla. This isn't goodbye. This is, we're gonna be back and talk more.
yeah.
So happy to have you today. You guys make sure you check Shayla out. Her details are at the bottom of your screen. And we hope you are enjoying all of this great conversation. Coming up next, we are going to chat beauty and brows with the Ruby Hernandez. And later we are talking about expansion and managing growth. This is going to be good. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Lopez Shelby with Shelby Technology Solutions. And this morning, I want to talk to you about one of those buzzwords you've probably heard recently, and that's CCaaS. So you're thinking, what is CCaaS? CCaaS is Contact Center as a Service. Actually, CCaaS is one of those great new technology solutions that allows for anywhere between 1, 2, 3, up to, 500 seats. The other thing is, it allows for there to kind of be one spot that everything migrates to from your interactions with your clientele. And by that, I mean, how do you interact with your clientele? Are they calling you on the phone? Are they messaging you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Do you have a chat bot that you can put on your website that can answer frequently asked questions? It's definitely worthwhile to look into, and you'll be surprised about how easy it is to get started.
Master P. Keep up with Natalie at the Connect Network.
Welcome back, Texas. So our next guest, I'm excited. She's a friend of the show, and she's back again to talk more about beauty and all things brows. Ladies, I know both of you care so much about getting the brows together, keeping the brows right and tight. So help me welcome Ms. Ruby Hernandez to the show.
Hi.
Welcome. And hey.
Hey, Ruby. We are so happy to have you back. And for those who may not regularly get their brows done, can you please talk about the impact that a good brow can have?
Oh, absolutely. Brows are the focal point. People usually look at your brows when you first meet them right off the bat. They'll judge you by them.
Really?
You're
I just
so-
want to like help them. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, let's like fix the brow. And I just want to like educate them and let them know like, you're so amazing. Let's do your brows.
I agree. Brows are like a first impression thing, right? When you look at
Yeah.
someone and if the brows are crazy, you're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And, and speaking of brows, it's not just getting them waxed anymore, right, Ruby? There's so many things like back from threading to, waxing. Now there's microblading, there's ombre, there's laminating. I believe that's what Natalie does,
Yes.
correct? Could you please tell us some of the brown trends that are currently available or that you have to offer?
Well, right now we're seeing like a very different transition back from like 2013 up until like maybe last year. Everybody wanted that very bold eyebrow. Now we're starting to see trends from the 2000s. So people are starting to experiment a little bit with the thinner brow.
Incredible. So a thinner brow. And that's what makes it scary when you do something permanent, because in 5 years, there may be something new going on.
Yes,
So,
of course. I think it was one of the Hadid sisters. They started with the thinner eyebrow.
okay.
So now everybody wants a thinner eyebrow. But
Wow.
there's ways that you can do that with makeup without having to destroy your eyebrows like we did back in the 90s and 2000s.
Right. Oh, this is so good, Ruby. So talk about suggestions. What suggestions do you have for those that are trying to find a good brow specialist? Because I am with you. You talk about looking at brows that are not great. That's me looking at myself before I got with you. So Ruby, how do people find a good brow specialist? And if you're at home and can't even get your brows done by a professional, what are some things that people can do to just kind of make sure they're not doing a little bit too much at home?
Okay, so for example, locally, you can find someone that specializes in brows and make sure that you check their work, that they really are good. Make sure that they're mapping, that they have good reviews, that they have a lot of work posted. Now, if you live in a bigger city where you have options like the Anastasia Beverly Hills counter, sometimes you can go there and they can do your brows there. You also have the option of Benefit. Benefit will also do your brows, and maybe sometimes like independent brow boutiques. I know like Dallas area has a bunch of them, so does Austin. You want to look for somewhere where they specialize in brows. Not like a full service salon. You can find people that do them out of those, but if they specialize in brows, you'll leave happy.
That's a good point.
I love that. You are definitely the expert. I am so glad Natalie doesn't fill her eyebrows in and make them an inch wide. Thank God for Ruby. She never did that, by the way, but that'll make people want to go watch at the Natalie's Network just to check it out.
Good luck.
But how can those watching connect with you and book with you?
For me particularly, you can go online to www.browsebyruby.com and you can you can click that link and it'll take you to my booking, or you can follow me on social media and you can also find that same link on there.
Ruby, you are so good. You've literally taught me so much about brows and then these products. I appreciate that too, because even if you don't want to get the wax and do the lamination, all of those things, I think the products that you mentioned, like the Anastasia brow gel, I think it is.
Yes, I actually have that on my brows right now, and you can kind of see how flat they are and made them wider than what they are. So this is something that you can do to kind of control your brows, and they won't move.
Wow. You have the best brows, Ruby. You really do. They're so thick. So beautiful. All right, Ruby, you guys, so much fun. We're going to take a quick break. I hope you guys are enjoying today's show so far. Coming up next, we are diving into how to rebrand and expand your business. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
I'm Elena Cardone, and I help women reach a heightened level of success. You can keep up with me online at www.elenacardone.com. You're watching the Connect Network TV.
Wow, so much fun, so much information and education. Yes, go to the YouTube, run it back, because I promise you, you missed something. You missed something. All of our guests, so amazing. Be sure to follow them. And if you're at home and ready to bring your own brand to television, you have something to say, you have something to share, you want to build your brand story, that's what you can do here through the CW Network. And you can register today at theconnectonline.com.
Yes, I love that. Definitely go to the website. You're not going to regret it. This is going to be your move to level up. And we are leaving you with some entertainment news to kick off the new spring season. Our girl Camille Cower is back. She's bringing the power, but not only by herself, she has brought a very special guest, her beautiful daughter, Vanessa. Hey girls, what's going on?
That's right. Hi everyone. Do not adjust your screens. You are not seeing double. I did bring my partner in crime, also known as Vanessa Cower. She's joining me today because this week is a very special week for all parents out there. April 28th is Bring Your Child to Work Day. So I figured I would jumpstart and bring my beautiful daughter with me today. Without further ado, Vanessa.
Hello everyone, I'm Vanessa.
Oh my gosh, you sound just like your mommy too. I love it. Amazing.
We came up with a list of films to enjoy as a family.
All right, so for the younger kids, we came up with Brave, Maleficent, Wolfwalkers, Turning Red, and Yes Day. And then for teenagers?
First we have Love, Simon, Cheaper by the Dozen, Parasite, Bird Box, Quiet Place, The Prom, and Wonder Woman.
thought it was also interesting to talk about some other parents who happen to bring their child to work day and probably got them started in the business. So some famous celebs that you probably already knew were mother-daughter or mother-son teams, but just in case you didn't, here's some few. So there's Lisa Bonet and Zoe Kravitz. Actors Goldie Hawn, Kate, and Oliver Hudson are her children. Actor Carrie Fisher and her daughter, Billie Lourd. Models, well, supermodel, Cindy Crawford and her daughter, Kaya Gerber. Actors and singing, well, I think I talk about her almost every episode. Diana Ross and her daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross, as well as her son, Evan Ross, who are both actors and kind of singers because they've performed together as well. Then, of course, actors Melanie Griffith and her husband, ex-husband, Don Johnson, have Dakota Johnson, which she hasn't seen yet, but 50 Shades of Grey actress. Actors Meryl Streep and Mammy Gummer, excuse me. And this one I find very interesting because they've done a lot of films with their children. Actors Leslie Mann and her husband, who's a producer, Judd Apatow. Their daughters, Iris and Maud Apatow, you've seen them in Knocked Up, This Is 40, and just recently, The Bubble, which were all produced by their dad. Actors Denzel Washington and David Washington. Oh, yeah. And that's your E-Spot from Camille and
Vanessa.
Yeah, so we got you covered.
Amazing. You are welcome back anytime, you sweet girl. Anytime. Yeah. What about that list, though, ladies? Any of those movies, have they been on your radar, or are you watching those with your children?
Okay. Yes Day is one of my kids' favorite movies. I almost regretted letting them watch it because I'm like, oh my gosh, now it's like implanted in their mind. They're like, Mom, we get a yes day. When is our yes day? I'm like, oh my goodness.
Like Christmas, that's your yes day.
Yeah, right. When they are actually aware that there could be a yes day, it's like, okay.
No, not for me. You know, my kids are all grown, so I only go to the movies with my husband, or watch movies here at home with my husband, and it's, just none of those. What about you, Natalie?
Well, I liked several of them, and I love Julia Roberts as well. So I didn't know she had a new film coming out. I'm excited for that. Haven't been tracking Coachella, but I will now that I know that it's streaming on YouTube, because that's awesome. And there are so many just great performers that are going to be a part of the show. Not to mention, the Grammys, the Oscar, which, by the way, Camille, you went viral. I saw you with all the views. You were first to share the world-renowned Slap by Will Smith to Chris Rock. And literally, I think the last time I checked, you had like 30,000 views on the video. It was incredible. So
no, it's crazy. It's 400-something thousand now.
Is it? Okay, girl.
Crazy. Like, I never would have expected that. Especially, it was the acceptance speech that's gotten so many comments and so on. And I just want to say again, I do not condone what he did, nor do I condone violence. And comedians have every right to make jokes and just live with it. I personally love sitting in the front row just for that reason. I want an expert making fun of me, not some random person on the street.
So much fun today. I love you, love you, love you. Vanessa, thank you for being with us. And Wendy, I think you're going to close us out.
Yes, Vanessa, you're adorable. You've done so wonderful. Camille, as usual. And if you all at home are enjoying all this Girl Boss magic, please catch all our past episodes on our YouTube channel and binge watch them Netflix style at Natalie's Network.
That's right. We will see you next week.